fate and blessings. I see you, the leader who is tired, the one who has been holding more than was ever yours to hold, and learning how to make it look like nothing while it was quietly costing you everything. I want you to put something down for a minute, just for the length of this page. Whatever you walked in here carrying, set it on the floor beside you. It will still be there when we are done. But this part is not for the leader you have to be tomorrow. This part is for the person you actually are tonight. I want to talk about two words, faith and blessings. Both of them have been handed to you wrong. Faith, the way it has been put in your hands, was almost always a kind of soft chain. Hold on. Stay sweet. Keep believing. Don't ask too loudly, as though your job was to endure beautifully until something arrived from somewhere else. But that is not what faith is. Not the faith your grandmother had when she had nothing else. Not the faith that built the table you are now allowed to sit at. Not the faith that put your name in mouths you would never meet, in rooms you had never yet entered, in prayers spoken before you were old enough to know your own name. Faith is older than that. Faith is the quiet, stubborn, knowing that something is still being woven on your behalf, even on the days you cannot feel the thread. It was the long inheritance of the woman who kept going when there was no reason left. It is the steady voice underneath your own that has never once told you to stop. Faith is not what you reach for when you have nothing left. Faith is what you have always had and are finally being asked to lead from. Blessings have been miscast too, made small, made into the consolation you accept so you stop asking for more, made into something polite to count on a difficult day, as though gratitude were the way of making peace with a portion that was never meant to be your portion. But blessings were never meant to be small. A blessing is a moment something held you when you could not hold yourself. The cousin who called for no reason on the worst day. The opening that came right before the door closed. The stranger who looked you in the eye when you felt invisible. The voice in your head, your own, your grandmother's, your ancestors, the God of your understanding that said, you, again, keep going. A blessing is the seat that was saved for you in a room you did not know existed. A blessing is the door someone else propped open 20 years before you walked through it. A blessing is the version of you that survived what should have ended you and is somehow still here, somehow still soft, somehow still showing up. You have been blessed in ways you have not yet counted. And the counting is part of the work. Here is what I want you to understand, friend. When you lead from faith, that is alive in you. Not borrowed, not performed, not the kind that just waits. And when you can finally see the blessings that have been carrying you in places you could not see them, something changes in how you walk into a room. You stop leading like someone trying to prove they belong. You start leading like someone who has been prepared. And there is a difference. People can feel it. The room can feel it. Your team can feel it. A young leader watching you from 3 rows back decided whether their own dream is allowed. They can feel it most of all. A leader who knows they have been carried leads differently than a leader who thinks they have been doing it all alone. The first one builds. The second one survives. And nations love. Real nations, the kind made of people who have finally stopped apologizing for being here. Those nations are built by leaders who have come home to the first kind of leadership. You cannot pour into people from a cup somebody else might take back tomorrow. You cannot rise up those coming behind you on a faith you are still hoping someone will validate. You cannot build something that lasts from a borrowed certainty of a system that was never going to bless you the way you have been blessing it. But faith that is yours, faith you inherited and finally claimed, builds things that last. And blessings you can see, blessings you have counted, named, traced back to the people and the moments that delivered them. Those become the foundation under everything you built for everyone who comes next. The nation is not somewhere out there. The nation is being woven in you right now by every blessing you finally name, by every act of faith you take before the truth arrives. You are not waiting for the nation. The nation is waiting for you. So here, what I want for you, leader, I want you to put down the version of faith that asks you to wait beautifully. I want you to pick up the kind your people have always carried, the kind that moves, that builds, that names what is true, even when the room is not ready. I want you to stop counting your blessings like spare change. Count them like the inheritance they are. Trace them back. Speak them out loud. Let them remind you whose shoulders you are standing on and whose hands are still on your back. And then I want you to lead from there, not from fear of losing what you have, not from the old habit of proving you deserve to be in the room, but from the deep, settled, ancestral knowing that you have already been prepared, already been kept, already been carried, and that the next part is yours to build. May you remember where you come from. May you finally see what you have been given. May the faith in you wake all the way up. May the blessings around you become visible enough to use. May the nation you are here to build, the one inside you, the one around you, the one waiting just beyond, find in you the leader it has been waiting for. You are not too late. You are right on time. That is the truth.